Every day you make promises to yourself. You tell yourself you'll wake up early tomorrow. You'll stop wasting time on your phone. You'll start working out. You'll finally finish that project you've been putting off for months. And when you make those promises, you actually believe them. You feel motivated. You imagine yourself becoming disciplined, focused, and successful. But then tomorrow comes, your alarm rings, and you hit snooze. You tell yourself you'll work out later. You open your phone for 5 minutes and somehow an hour disappears. Then you promise yourself you'll start tomorrow, and the cycle repeats. But here's the real problem. You're not just wasting time. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you're teaching yourself that your own word doesn't matter. Think about someone who constantly promises to help you but never does. Eventually you stop trusting them. You don't even get surprised anymore. You already know they'll let you down. The same thing can happen inside your own mind. Every time you say I'll do it tomorrow and don't, your brain starts learning that your promises don't mean anything. And that's why discipline becomes so difficult. It's not always because you're lazy. It's because you've trained yourself to negotiate with your own commitments. You say you'll study for 2 hours, but then you tell yourself you're tired. You say you'll exercise, but suddenly there's something more important. You say you'll stop scrolling, but one more video turns into another hour. And every time you give in, you make the next decision easier. The good news is that you can reverse this, but you don't do it by making bigger promises. You do it by making smaller ones. Most people make the mistake of trying to completely transform their lives overnight. They decide they're gonna wake up at 5, work out every day, read 50 pages, study for 3 hours, eat perfectly, stop using social media, and become a completely different person by next week. Then reality hits. They miss one day, feel like they failed, and quit everything. That's not discipline. That's excitement followed by disappointment. If you want to build real discipline, start ridiculously small. Don't promise yourself you'll work out for an hour. Promise yourself you'll do 10 push-ups. Don't promise yourself you'll study for 4 hours. Promise yourself you'll study for 20 minutes. Don't promise yourself you'll never use your phone again. Promise yourself you'll put it away for 1 hour. The goal isn't to impress yourself. The goal is to prove to yourself that you can keep your word. Because every time you keep a small promise, you create evidence. Evidence that you're reliable. Evidence that you can control yourself. Evidence that when you say you're going to do something, you actually do it. And that evidence slowly changes how you see yourself. You stop thinking, I'm someone who always quits. You start thinking, I'm someone who follows through. But there's another habit you need to destroy: negotiating with yourself. You already decided what you're going to do, but when the moment arrives, you start asking questions. Should I do it now or later? Maybe I should rest today. I'll start tomorrow. The problem is that every negotiation gives your weaker side another chance to win. So make the decision before the moment arrives. If you decided you're going to study at 7, then at 7 you study. You don't ask yourself if you feel like it. You don't wait for motivation. You simply start. Discipline isn't about always feeling motivated. It's about learning that your feelings don't get to make every decision for you. You can feel tired and still work. You can feel lazy and still exercise. You can feel uncomfortable and still continue. And no, this doesn't mean you'll never fail. You will. There will be days when you waste your time. There will be mornings when you sleep too long. There will be workouts you skip and goals you miss. That's part of being human. The important thing is what happens next. Don't let one bad day become a bad week. Don't say, I already messed up, so I'll start next Monday. Start the next day. Better yet, start the next hour. Discipline isn't perfection. Discipline is returning. Returning after you fail. Returning after you lose motivation. Returning after you've wasted time. That's how you become consistent. And eventually something changes. You don't need motivational videos to convince yourself anymore. You don't need to make huge promises every Sunday night. You simply know that you can trust yourself. You said you'd do something and you did it. That's where real confidence comes from. Not from telling yourself you're capable, but from proving it through your actions. So here's what I want you to do today. Don't create a massive list of goals. Don't try to fix your entire life overnight. Pick one promise. Make it small enough that you have no excuse to break it. Maybe it's 20 minutes of studying. Maybe it's 10 minutes of exercise. Maybe it's 1 hour without your phone. Whatever it is, decide when you're going to do it. And when that moment comes, don't negotiate. Just do it. Then tomorrow, do it again. And the next day, do it again. You're not trying to become a completely different person in 1 week. You're rebuilding something much more important. Trust in yourself, because the person you want to become isn't created by one massive decision. They're created by hundreds of small decisions that nobody else sees. Every time you keep a promise when nobody is watching, you become a little stronger. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become a little more reliable, and eventually you become the person you used to wish you could be. So stop making promises you don't intend to keep. Make one promise, make it small, make it real, and then keep it. Because the moment you start trusting your own word again is the moment your life starts to change.